Rick, Cooking with Rick. Today we're doing Ragu Bolognese. Ragu Bolognese was made famous, actually probably made famous by Marcella. I think her name is pronounced Marcella. She's an Italian chef who helped get a lot of the Italian recipes available in America, almost still like a Julia Childs did on that same order, where she transferred most of the French recipes into English, and Marcella did it. So anyway, I caught a couple of videos with her. She was just like really cool. It was like she never really tasted the food as she went. She knew what she added, and she did it by smell. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. So today the way we start out, we need to do is sweat some vegetables. So I do have a pressure cooker here, and that. Anyway, so first thing you want to do is you want to cut up some of this celery. Yeah, you know how to do celery. You just like this, and then just take it and just cut it. More and more people are cooking, and then I think that is so great. What you need to do is just follow the recipe in a book or on YouTube or whatever, and then you just add and you subtract. I always say that you just add your stuff and subtract to it. All right. So I got a bunch of the celery here. I'm cutting. I like the leaves too. So I don't know, but you want to cut it so you can let this cook down. So we got some celery here. I got two more of that, and we have some carrots, which we're going to do the same thing with the carrots, but we don't want to get that rustic look. So what we want to do is you want to peel the carrots. So it's kind of a nice little peeler. Peel these carrots, and I got the celery going. So I'll chop up some carrots. I'll chop up some onions, and I'll put it in there, and we'll go from there. What we want to do is we want to put some butter in there. So that's a big chunk of butter, all right? Now we want to put some. So we're going to put some olive oil in, right? And we have the butter and that cooking. Well, not cooking. What we want to do is wait for it to turn to like a foam, all right? So I have one of these, right? Try to let this foam up. We'll raise the flame a bit. All right, carrots and all the good stuff. What we want this to do is we want it to wilt down. All right. With the spoon, which makes it easier. All right. What we've done now is we've pretty much, this is kind of wilted down quite a bit. When you're looking in there, always check to see that you don't have any bigger pieces in there. If you see something that don't look good, just take it out, right? And what we're going to do now is going to put some garlic in there. My garlic press, all right, and I have some meat. Actually, they call that meatloaf mix. It's pork, veal, and beef. Crush it. All right. There you go. And a little bit of garlic there. Now the beef should be the 80-20, okay? It shouldn't be lean beef. That's debatable. Some people make it with lean beef. I don't know. I like the other beef, the 80-20, because you can get some of the fat in there, right? All right. So what we did is we have it in here, right? So now we want to do is put it into the pressure cooker here, and we'll start mixing it up. And that's pretty easy, just dump it in. But you're gonna have to chop it up and really move it around a bit, so you want it to be brown, all right? So now while I'm making this, I'm thinking to myself, how do you figure out how to make this? How did somebody come up with the idea of doing this? Using carrots and chopping them down and then using onions and celery, and I don't know. I mean, you want to keep stirring this. You really want this to get, it has to get brown, and now it's turned pretty well brown, the meat. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in some wine, which we'll put the wine in here now, okay? So a half a cup, but I'm going to just put, that's enough wine, I would think. All right. Now we got the wine in there, right? Remember to use wine that you would normally drink. Don't use wine that's kind of like, you know, they call it cooking wine. That's not wine. I don't know what that is, but it's not good. So do this. All right. So I put the wine in here. Now we continue to turn this, right? What we want to do now is we want to put some stock in there. Normally you could put beef stock in there, but I do have some chicken bouillon, which might not be a bad idea. All right, so we're going to put some of this in here. So I'll have a couple. Just throw it in. I think 2 of them would work. There you go. We'll put 2 of these in here. And we'll save these bouillons for another time. All right. Some tomato paste in here. All right. So
now what we want to do is add some tomato paste.
I'm going to do the whole can. I think that's probably better. And mix it. Yeah, because I used a lot of other stuff in it.
Next we got to add some of the San Marzano tomatoes.
Put these tomatoes into this now. So as we got them in there, we'll just squash them together. You can do it before, but I do it this way. What's the name of this show? Cooking with Rick, right? So I do what I want. There you go. There you go. So what you want to do is you want to keep mixing this, right? And the tomatoes to go in here. And then you'll have a can of tomato puree, which we'll put in after.
Now what we want to do is add a can of tomato puree in here and mix it all together. Now we're going to have to add 2 pieces of bay leaf and some rosemary and put it in there, and that should give it all the flavor that we want.
Oh, actually, it wasn't a can of tomato puree. It was the cardboard container. Now we want to put in the thyme and
2 pinches of nutmeg. Well, the ones I spilled, but you know what they are. So we got some nutmeg in there. Always put your stuff back when you use it. Okay. Yeah. We're going to make max in there anyway. Alright. So we got to put the cover on top of this. So I have, there you go. Now pressure cook is easy. Just set it like so. And just snap it. Alright? It's stuck. Just let it sit. Raise the flame, and when this yellow button pops, you got 10 minutes, but I'll do like 8 minutes, and we'll see what happens.
all right, it's done. The 8 minutes are up, so it's steaming away. It's pretty good. So let me just remove the cap and the top on there. We'll put it in the sink and take it off. And look into this meat, and it looks pretty good. A lot of the tomatoes, you know, not many, didn't only crush, but that's okay. It's got a good look to it. Make sure you remove the bay leaves, which I did. All right, and just start pouring it into a bowl. You know, the big bowl platter. You want to do that, and then just look at it good. All right, I think the Macs look like they're done.
And while you weren't looking, I had put the Macs in the bowl anyway.
Naturally, they don't have potholes. Okay, so so the 2 towels, put it in the scroll of pasta and shake it up and get all the water out. And all right, now let's put it into the bowl here. Now what you want to do when you put it in the bowl is you got to start mixing it, but do it gently. Don't do it like you're stirring something. Just go from the bottom and do it up and put the gravy on top of it. And I don't know, I used to and it works pretty good. All right, and do it. And if you see something in there you're not too keen about or it don't look too good, take it out. You know, have a little bit of parsley string. All right, all right. So now I have some mozzarella. I'm gonna do a little bit of mozzarella, not a lot. put mozzarella in there. And then we want to put the regular Parmesan cheese. So we grate the Parmesan cheese on there. And, you know, it kind of broke up, but that's okay. So let's do it and find a real good grade spot. Okay, this is good. All right, so let's just shake it up and just keep grating. See, it's got to have that real fun look, you know, I mean fun, like good look. It's got to be right on top of it. All right, I think we're ready to go. All right.
Okay, it's finished. We have the Reggiano Parmigiano cheese on it. I've tried some. I have some in here. I have a fork. Now that's a fork. Good. Very good.
Salute to Vicenda, and thanks very much for watching. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.